This is Vrindavan, surrounded on three sides by the Yamuna River. Suman Goswami gave birth to her first child on the 14th of October 1971. And at the tender age of 9 years, Balendu already gave his own lectures. As a teenager, he traveled through the whole country. And many people had become his followers and disciples. He lived the traditional life of a guru. Swami Balendu was 25 years old when in 1997 he decided to go further and deeper into his spiritual practice than he had ever done before. An underground cave was built on the grounds of Swamiji's ashram. On the 10th of September 1997, Swamiji entered the cave where he was to spend the following 3 years and 108 days, fully isolated from the outside world. The entrance was sealed with bricks. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. On the morning of the 24th of December 2000, the celebrating crowd couldn't wait for Swamiji's father to start breaking the wall of the entrance. He was welcomed back by the cheering people, all longing to embrace him. Honoring him for this long yogic retreat, the gathered spiritual personalities gave him the name Yogi Raj, the king of yogis. This spiritual retreat with mantra meditation, 17 hours each day, for more than 3 years, obviously changed Swami Balendu's life. How did you feel coming out of the cave?
I felt like reborn. It was like a new life. I don't wanted to go back in this former guru life. Then I went to Germany, and there I met at airport a German doctor. And this was a great moment, and how we met and how our friendship started. And that's how whole story started, my work outside of India. And he invited me to his home, and from his home, from his clinic, I started doing healing work, and that's how my healing work started outside of
This concept of healing is also just love.
The Chakra Dance Party is a dynamic meditation for all chakras.
You are not here in this chakra dance party to learn anything. It is not a workshop, not a seminar. I call it absolutely non-serious spirituality.
This is what Swamiji always wants to do. He wants to be there and give a helping hand to everyone who needs it. He lends his shoulder to lean on and to cry on, and he opens his arms for everyone to share his love. Since coming out of the cave, he always tells people that he doesn't want to be anybody's master or guru anymore. He simply wants to be a friend to everyone and to be present and support people. Yashendu Goswami, Swamiji's younger brother who accompanies him on his journeys, holds a deep knowledge of yoga and the Vedas, the oldest scriptures in the world. To get to know Yashendu Goswami and his attitude towards life, it's best to join a Prem meditation led by him. Swamiji's ashram is the ideal place to experience this energy of love. Holi is one of the most joyful festivals and definitely the most colorful celebration of the whole year. In the ashram, there's always a group of boys from the age of 12 to 16 who live and study there. They come from families in difficult situations and often could not otherwise finish their schooling. At the ashram, they can make their studies without having to worry about the cost of food or clothing, as everything is provided here. In this way, Sri Bindu Seva Sansthan wants to give them the chance of a good future. The children are especially dear to Swamiji's heart. For many years, he had dreamed of building a school so that the sons and daughters of poor families can get an education that would brighten their future. He started by sponsoring children in primary schools in Vrindavan. And finally, in 2007, the realization of his dream began. The charitable organization, Swami Bilendu EV Kindergarten, was founded and opened its doors to children of the neighborhood. Within 1 year, Purnendu could proudly admit the first children to the first and second class of the new primary school. As director of the primary school, Purnendu now takes care that every child gets the necessary books, pencils and school uniform, which are all given to them free of charge, so that no family has to bear a financial burden. The first house we visited was the home of Ganesh, his parents and 6 brothers and sisters. When I was talking with Ganesh's father, he told me he had noticed how Ganesh got into less trouble since starting school and was very serious about his studies. Ganesh's father is a labourer, finding work by the day and renting 1 room for the whole family. A labourer earns 70 or 80 rupees a day, which is about $1.50. When we came to Radha's house, her school uniform was drying on the grass roof. We met her mother and father, and they allowed us to film their simple 1-room hut. The cooking is done outdoors, and once again, the toilet is out in nature. So, Swamiji, if the parents aren't coming to the school looking for a place for their children, how did you find the children that are now in the school?
Oh, we keep our eyes open, and also many times we heard from people, they tell us, and then we go to that place, like when we see children are very working and even still they are very young, they are not going to school. And then we contact the parents and we try to convince them to send their child to school. And you know, another attraction for parents is this, because all children get warm food here, they get lunch. And these parents are like this, who really work hard to feed these children. And they are even happy to send them to school because they are getting food. So this is extra attraction for them, maybe more important than education for some of them. So that's how we get these children to school, and we convince them somehow.
In the kindergarten and primary school, the children are taught in Hindi, English and maths, and get to know more about their country, its history and culture. Of course, there's plenty of time for fun. In the art classes and dancing lessons, the children can enjoy and develop their creative talents. One can even sponsor children from the kindergarten or the school. On the website, you can look at the children and their profiles. To donate the food for a day for the children of the school and the kindergarten has become popular as a special present for friends and family. And as Swamiji always says, true happiness is when you can share it with others. Sharing your joy with others will always increase your own joy.
I am very thankful to everyone who helped us in the realization of our projects. There are people who sponsored uniforms, others who collected money and raised funds for new furniture. When they saw children were sitting on the cold floor in winter, and many more who donated for food, for clothes, and for everything else what was necessary. Look at these children, their little faces and innocent eyes, and see that you can help them. Children are the future of this universe. I dedicated my whole life and all my activities to children. Their innocent love and trust is true spirituality. I want to invite you to light a candle of love to enlighten their future and your soul. Come, let's make a difference.